The focus is keeping every single Victorian family safe. And I wouldn't want the appalling, the disgusting and the potentially criminal behaviour of a small number of people to detract away from the amazing job that so many Victorians have done. It is so unfair for a small, ugly mob to be taking attention away from the more than 90% of Victorians who have had a first dose and will soon have had a second dose.
He doesn't want jabs to be mandatory because he got shot in the back by one.
From 11:59 p.m. Tomorrow night, there will still be only 5 reasons to leave home. The best way to stop this virus is via vaccination. Must check the IDs of everyone they serve.
This is for our health. It just suddenly kicked off. There are hundreds of riot police now.
I want my freedom. I lost my job because of the COVID. As soon as the vaccines rolled out, I was no longer essential and I was disposable.
I'm fighting for my freedom and the freedom of my family.
Everything is wrong about this because I think the country's going to lose. We're going to lose our freedoms here.
Freedom for everybody.
There's simply no option today but to further strengthen this lockdown from 11:59 p.m. tonight. There will be no removal of masks. Playgrounds, basketball courts, skate parks and exercise equipment, despite the fact that it's outdoors, will be closed. All of us have to make the best choices, not making selfish choices that add to its spread. It's very simple.
Controversial new pandemic bill will be debated in the Upper House next week, but outside Parliament today there was no debate, instead a unified message.
This is not about our health. This is about you trying to control us.
Many of the people that you see here are just normal everyday people worried about their jobs, they're worried about their kids, they're worried about their rights being infringed, and they want to take a stand for it.
I campaigned very, very strongly on the issue of vaccine mandates. People out there are hurting, people are injured, and despite the fact that the bureaucracy and the government, even some in the opposition, would like to cover it up, it can't be covered up for long. A day of reckoning is coming. A day of reckoning is coming.
It's been 2 years. It's time for all of this to end. We need to live our lives and get back to normal. That was a key policy of mine going into the election, and I'm very proud to be standing next to all these other senators here and doing my bit to end segregation in our society.
I think it's about time that we end vaccine mandates. It's been since 2020. 4 years. 4 years, and we've still got vaccine mandates for a virus with a near 100% survival rate, for a virus that didn't do anything to you unless you were already on your way out the door, if I can use that analogy, that threatening and forcing people with loss of livelihood, if they did not submit, to become the state's pin cushions to be injected with an experimental and untested concoction, of which the long-term effects are still not known, was not a breach of their basic human rights and was somehow okay. Well, you know what? It was not okay. It was a violation of one of a liberal society's most basic principles, bodily autonomy. The fact that we are debating whether or not people can be discriminated against on the basis of a COVID-19 vaccine, it beggars belief. You have a chance to be on the right side of history. Start speaking up. Start standing up for the people out there that have been hurt by big pharma. These guys are corrupt. These guys are dodgy. These guys lied to all of us in this place.
Hey everyone, my name is Senator Ralph Babette, as I'm sure you know. Look, I decided to run for the Senate because I was sick of it. Sick of the lockdown, sick of the vaccine mandate, sick of the arrogance, the overreach and the sheer negligence of a government that forgot who it serves. It serves the people, not the other way around. I was elected by Australians in 2022 who felt the same way as I did. We were all people who wanted the government to just get out of our lives. We wanted the government to follow real science. and to stop treating us, free citizens, like we were outcasts. That's what happened to all of us, and it's what happened to you. You gave years of loyal service, but were still stood down for 1,377 days, nearly 4 years out of a job that you loved. Not because you were unfit, not because you did anything wrong, but because you refused a mandatory experimental genetic-based therapy, once which has since been shown to be less safe and less effective than what we're all promised. The Trump administration in the last few weeks has even cancelled, that's right, cancelled, all federal funding to mRNA research. What the government tried to do, right? They tried to break you. They punished you for making a personal health decision. They punished all of us. They cost you your income, your career, in some cases your relationships. Your union, what they do? They abandoned you. The government, what they do? They ignored you, and yet you stood your ground. Now, the Fair Work Commission has ruled in your favour, and that ruling is more than a personal victory. It's a warning. It's a warning to every power-hungry, drunk bureaucrat in this damn country that you can't strip away people's rights without a fight, and you can't do it without consequences. Now, in the Senate, I've fought and I will keep fighting against this madness. I successfully launched a Senate inquiry into Australia's excess mortality because Australians deserve the truth. I introduced a bill into the Senate to end vaccine indemnity, to make vaccine manufacturers and sponsors accountable for the damage that they do and force them to pay if they harm someone. I'll keep calling out these mandates for what they were: reckless, harmful, coercive, and un-Australian. You know what? Courage. Courage is rushing into a burning building or putting yourself in harm's way to help a stranger in need. We know that. And you're very courageous. But courage is also standing tall when every institution lines up against you. And you have shown more than courage in these 4 years than most of the slimy career politicians that I have to deal with in Canberra have shown in their entire bloody lifetimes. I thank you. And I give you my word that I will not stop until this fight is won, not just for you, but for every single Australian out there. Have a great day, guys.